Let's now look at identities. So there are two identities that we know so far. The one is the square identity, which says sine squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. The second identity we know is the quotient identity, which says that sine x over cos x is equal to tan x. So let's prove that 2 sine of 180 plus a plus cos of 90 plus a all over 5 tan 360 degrees minus a plus tan of negative a is equal to half cos a. So we are going to work with the left hand side first because that is the side that is a bit more complicated. So let's work with the left hand side. I've color coded these in different colors so that it should be easier for us to see. So 2 sine of 180 plus a. Now 180 plus is the third quadrant, and we know that sine is negative in the third quadrant. That's why we have a negative here. It's a negative 2 sine a. The next one, cos of 90 plus a. We know that cos of 90 plus changes to negative sine a. We have a plus sign in the middle, so we keep our plus sign there in the middle. At the bottom, we have 5 tan of 360 degrees minus a. Now 360 degrees minus a is in the fourth quadrant, and we know that tan is negative in the fourth quadrant, so that will become a negative 5 in the front, tan a. There's a plus sign, so we keep, let's just hold on with the plus sign. Let's look at the green here, tan of negative a. We know that tan of negative a changes to negative tan a. Now plus here times our new negative tan a will give me this negative here. So that's how we get negative tan a at the bottom there. Now let's open the bracket in the numerator. So that's negative 2 sine a plus times a minus here is a minus. So that's minus sine a all over. Look at the bottom now. We have negative 5 tan a minus tan a. Those are like terms. We can put them together. So that becomes negative 6 tan a at the bottom. On the top, we have two like terms again. Negative 2 sine a minus sine a gives us negative 3 sine a. So negative 3 sine a all over negative 6 tan a. We can separate this fraction into negative 3 sine a over 1 divided by, because the sign here in the fraction means division, negative 6 sine a over cos a. Now I changed this here from tan because we know that tan is sine over cos. So now we need to change divide to times and swap the second fraction over. So cos a over negative 6 sine a is what gets swapped over. Multiply the fraction here, top times top, over bottom times bottom. Or you can see that sine a will cancel with sine a here in the numerator and denominator. So you're left with negative 3 cos a on the top over negative 6 at the bottom. Negatives cancel, 3 over 6 is a half, so that becomes half cos a. Therefore, the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Let's try one more problem here. We have sine of 90 plus a times tan a times sine of 90 minus a all over sine of negative a times cos of negative a times tan of 180 plus a. So I've color coded again so we can see how this works. Sine of 90 plus a we know changes to cos a. Tan of a will stay the same as tan a for now. Sine of 180 minus a. 180 minus in the cos diagram is a second quadrant. We know that sine is positive, so that will become sine of a. At the bottom here, sine of negative a changes to negative sine a. Cos of negative a we know changes to positive cos a. And tan of 180 plus a. 180 plus is in third quadrant. Tan is positive in the third quadrant, so that becomes tan a. cancel whatever you can cancel off, because everything is being multiplied, so you can cancel. The tans cancel off, the coses cancel off, the sines also cancel off. We're left with the 1 on the top and negative 1 at the bottom. 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1. Therefore, the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side.